it was a training thingy or just...
Yeah, I mean, what else could it be, right?
By the way, good morning, everybody. It's the air raid alarms are going off in Norway?
Out of all of the places, apparently.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, good.
It stopped.
It stopped.
Okay, maybe there was a test because we do have those occasionally, so maybe it was just a test, you know?
What's today? Oh, Taz. I'm reading your news here. On Wednesday, January 14th at 12 p.m., the emergency alert system will be tested on the mobile telephone network system, while the physical warning system sirens will be activated throughout Norway in a warning systems test. It's just a test. And I found it. I found it on the other side of the planet. Oh, scary, Taz.
Yeah, don't do that again.
My brain hadn't even gotten to the part where it was like, okay, maybe it's time to start research online.
But that freaked me out. I mean, with everything that's going on, that freaked me out.
I know.
Scare me, Taz. But then my brain's going, but Norway?
Yeah, it would be a dumb idea to try a air raid on Norway.
Yeah, no. I mean, I could see New York, maybe Chicago, definitely Washington, D.C., which we have a different story about. But Norway?
It's like, have you seen the SAM emplacements we have in the mountains?
Not personally, no. Have I seen pictures? Yes.
There wouldn't be anything left of the poor planes even trying to get close.
Yeah, I don't want to mess with Norway. I do not want to mess with Norway.
A SAM's first problem is to get to the height of the airplane.
Okay.
Our SAMs just go sideways because they are already at the height.
Yeah, that's a valid point.
So they don't have to climb and gain speed. It's just whoosh, you're doomed.
Yeah, having a huge amount of mountains is definitely advantages in that situation.
Yeah, there are some advantages to being there. Sorry, I have some arthropods to kill here. Let's get that started then.
I just did 6 rerolls because I got every single thing onto my endeavor's ground. I want to kill myself for wasting that much.
All mine is ground today, but arthropods I can deal with.
But I'm not dealing with ground damage, physical ground damage. I ain't dealing with heart attendance, and just not happening.
Good morning, what's the hell?
I managed to turn my biorhythm around.
That's pretty good.
You went to bed normal time yesterday?
I went to bed shortly after you did, Taz. Or Kris, so.
Really?
Yeah.
Yes.
I thought you were running for a little longer.
And he was spared having to play Gravity Kills because that came up in the randoms just before I logged off for the night.
Har.
Yeah.
Well, now I have 1 Dreadnought, Tetran damage in space, and both ships in space.
Okay, well, we can deal with that stuff.
Considering what I had before.
Oh, mine's ground. How are you doing? What's the hell?
Good so far. Will the hawking particle not come with you if you beam about with the Bovins console?
What do you...
Space tunnel?
I was going to do the Vovins console, but what do you target on to bop around? Because you can't target on an... it wouldn't let me target on an ally. It would only let me target on enemies. Because that was my thought.
Console?
Yeah.
Well, Jupiter is often swamped by
oh, that's probably why that was going on. Yeah, that was... I mean, we survived it. We completed. I got spaghettified once, but yeah, I had the Vovin with me, and I'm thinking, okay, I can just bebop around with this thing here. Nip, nippity, nip, nip, nip. On the positive side, I decided to open up a bunch of boxes, and I did get a ship box last night. So I don't know. I was thinking of getting the new ship, but then, you know what? There's a whole bunch of cool ships you can get from that thing. It cost me 80 keys, but, you know, what the heck. What else am I going to do with those keys? So yeah, and anyway, gravity kills becomes universal in 6 hours or so. So I will re-experiment with the Voven. Let's see, we did have Graz in our team, so in theory, nothing should have survived around the Jupiter. In theory. But I gave it up as lost last night after that. Yeah, I have 120 arthropods to do, and it's just, ugh. Really? 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 So what did you say you had, Kris? Voth and
Extra
Tetrion
damage and the Dreadnought.
and the Dreadnought. Oh, we can probably do some of that stuff. That's been known to happen. And I'm sure Taz's are completely done by now, because, you know, Taz.
This one I was hoping. Not.
I passed them, and I went and got something to eat.
Oh! Hold on. You got pasta, right?
No? Healthier pasta.
Healthier. No, you're not going to do those stupid zucchini noodles, are you?
No.
Oh, good.
But there's like full grain pasta, which is perfectly normal in taste. It just has a bit of different composition of fiber.
Actually, the whole grain pasta we've got here tastes good, but it's a different taste. It's like nuttier than white pasta. That said, though, I was at a Korean restaurant the other day, and they had sweet potato starch noodles, which they're still a starch-based noodle, but they don't hit your body like flour noodles hit them, so you don't get that huge carb rush, and they were really good. Weird, but really good.
Interesting.
I'd never had them before, and I'm thinking, oh, it's a healthier alternative. To which my then trainer said, no, they're not. They're tasty, and they don't do the carb thing, but nutrition-wise, nah, they're no different.
Darn, just when you thought you found the golden...
Yeah,
signal, right?
I was hoping. Though I had something weird yesterday. We went to the biscuit place, and their biscuits are really good, and they have a butter bar. They have like 20 different toppings if you want them for your biscuits, if you weren't getting a sandwich or something. So they had your butter, your honey butter, maple bourbon butter, blueberry butter, sweet potato butter, apple butter, pumpkin butter. And we're getting little dibs and dabs because we had sandwiches and not a lot of room to put stuff on there. I'm going to say sweet potato butter, while interesting, was interesting. I don't know if it's good, but it was interesting. Sorry, I'm going to do these gosh darn arthropods so we can go and enjoy the day.
We can enjoy the day before.
Well, hey, if I don't have to come back and do 120 of these things, that's nice, you know? As you just drop the crystals around it and just run around and shoot at stuff for a while.
Did you like dueling banjos?
I sent you a response. I was laughing so hard at that one. Those two guys were enjoying it a little too much.
Yep.
But they were really good.
Mm-hmm. If you want to have a good laugh, check their album Absurdities.
I saw they had quite a few clips that were posted on YouTube, so I thought I would check out a few of them.
Mm-hmm. But I think maybe they're most known for Nelly the Elephant.
Yes, I did see that was posted. I had no idea what that was, but okay.
Their lyrics are very how should I say, they paint a story, and if you listen to them, you'll end up laughing your ass off.
I will definitely follow up with that. I saved the link so I could go back and see some of the other stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I got my 120. Yay! Yay me!
Yay, Mom! I'm still barely awake. 4 hours at work. I mean, I call it work, but it's glorified calling it work because I haven't done nothing today.
It's a paycheck. That is what it is. We celebrate the fact that it's a paycheck. Oh, this is my best one yet. I got 70 arthropods on this run. Yay.
Talking with my colleague from the team, I'm like, I feel this is illegal. Like, I'm sitting here watching Twitch and just like waiting for a ticket that never comes. I've got no response on the tickets I've got assigned so far. I'm just vibing, you know, and it feels illegal because at my previous job it was constantly something happening.
It will happen, you know that.
Oh, I know. It's just like a very slow beginning of January, and it really feels like, what the hell? So I say, what the hell? I mean, what?
When I worked in the engineering firm, you know, we had 2 weeks off at Christmas, and then we'd come back in January, be like, because the rest of the world is just slowly coming back to speed. But when I worked over in the same company, but in bookkeeping, excuse me, you get back, and January's already insane because we usually worked over the holidays to get everything done. And then January through the middle of April was just like, ugh! And then we tapered down and kind of ramped up just before Christmas. So everybody else was chill, and we're running around like idiots for 4 months.
I wish that you try to use some of the original voice actors for Deadpool.
I bet that would cost a bit of money for some of them.
No, I mean before Ryan Reynolds.
For what? For Deadpool?
Mm-hmm.
I think it costs too much.
He has an established voice that is being used in his cartoons, and they should have tried to go and get him.
It's
I can
probably not in this
understand.
contract, and NetEase doesn't. This is a free-to-play game. They don't exactly have that amount of money to actually license him, and he probably charges a lot for his voice acting.
I am sure he does if he
Because
even does it.
he is a big fish after all when it comes to actors. So.
They could do the Bethesda thing, who are contracting Patrick Stewart, as well as 1 game later, Liam Neeson.
Woo!
And then they could say, we have Patrick Stewart in our game, and he's in there for like 10 minutes or something.
Yeah, I bought a game because he was in it, and then it's like,
there's
hold
too
on,
many
he's in for
dialogue-
2 seconds. That doesn't count.
There's too many dialogue lines in Marvel Rivals to actually call it like, oh, we had him for like 10 minutes of his time. Because there's too many things they need to record. They have to be recorded in the right way. They have like interactive dialogue lines, which are also requiring to bounce off the other characters. It is a normal dubbing gig, and I don't think they can afford them.
You would be amazed at how many of those are actually recorded from people's homes. I think it was Armin Shimmerman was doing one once. And he didn't want to go into the studio, so they worked with him and found out that him doing it sitting in his closet was the best way possible. And so he sat in his closet for like 4 hours recording.
Yeah, but still, he probably charged too much for it.
Oh, I'm sure he does.
At the end of the day. But I think that the voice actor that is for Deadpool, I think he's doing a good job. Yeah, they could have went with someone who impersonates Reynolds, but, you know.
That sometimes is an issue, too. There it is.
Yeah.
You know, because they're like, no.
Pay a big pile of money for rights to the likeness of his voice.
Yeah.
Is there such a thing as rights to the likeness? That would be an interesting one.
There is rights to likeness of your face and of your voice as well, yes.
Wow.
Remember, Case?
That's interesting. I did not know that.
Yeah, the last thing they need is a legal battle.
Oh, yeah, no. Nope.
But I remember that when they were doing Alien Isolation game, and that was like done, and they were making it between 2011 and 2012, I think, because it came out in 2013. Ian Holmes was, well, he was elderly, he had his issues, and he had conflicting schedules, so they couldn't get him into the recording booth to record Ash from the original Nostromo group, so they got an impersonator that honest to God, I thought it was Ian Holmes.
Yeah.
But his voice sounded younger than he currently would at the time. So I was like, wow, how did they get his voice in? And then I learned it was an impersonator who did a really good job. Because they got the rest of the crew of the original Nostromo in, and you could tell that they're older. You know, you could tell that Veronica Cartwright, or I think Ellen Ripley is the only one that sounds like her, because I think Sigourney Weaver really good job at preserving her voice
Mm-hmm.
until now, because she still sounds like herself. And if she's in the studio and if she's like voice recording, you can still hear this is the same Ellen Ripley from way back when. So she's doing a great job. But like all the other actors, they did sound a lot older. Their voices were heavier, usually lower, but more raspy, and you could
Yeah,
tell that
yeah.
they are the same people, they are the same actors, but there's definitely been some time between the actual movie and the game. But that was still like more of a homage to the original movie more than anything, because they didn't dub the main story per se. It was just like audio files pre-recorded that were just played when you found those recordings during the playthrough. So you stumbled onto them every now and then. So this wasn't a big job. This is like Deadpool. He's one of the characters. A lot of people will probably be trying to main him as soon as he comes out. So yeah, there's probably a lot of dialogue because these characters talk a lot in Marvel Rivals. So yeah, no small thing. But I think he's kind of, he looks goofy and funny because I think this is exactly what you expect from Deadpool anyway. So it's probably gonna be a lot of fun. Although that's been really hard time to actually play him.
Well, you said,
Just
For the character.
remember, he is very goofy, but his fighting is precision beyond. He is highly
Yeah,
trained.
yeah, I'm aware of that. I remember the Deadpool films that you see, but aside from that, there's a lot of goofiness that I think they managed to keep in the gameplay from what I saw in that clip.
Yeah, but he's just flailing his weapons about. He is not doing any he's just toying.
Well, we're gonna see when he comes out on Friday.
Didn't you see the movie?
What
You
movie?
sent me? The one you sent me.
Yeah, I've seen it. It doesn't show really much because I don't even know what these maps are. I don't know if they're like some sort of new maps that are coming with him, or is it just like, I don't know, something that is just made up for the presentation. It's just a way of showcasing the character. He's got some gunplay. So there's a lot of stuff that will be mixed and matched, so who knows? I won't
I
make
was
a judgment.
saying in Marvel Heroes,
mm-hmm.
he is really precise in his weaponry. How
Two
he
different
holds
games,
them,
so
how
you
he
can't expect them to
displays
play the
them.
same.
Deadpool before he was Deadpool is a more precise fighter than he is as he becomes Deadpool. And so my thought is, are we as human beings? Excuse me one second. Sorry, didn't sleep well. How much of that we train for is to keep ourselves alive? So the more accurate, the more precise, more powerful, more defensive, whatever you are, is because you don't want to die, which is valid. But as you realize it's going to be really hard to kill you, maybe you can get a little bit sloppier and get more aggressive, creative, what have you. Because, hey, no matter what happens, it's not going to kill me now.
Yep, pretty much. I'm just curious how it's going to play out, but it's going to be a long waiting list until people actually everyone gets to play him, because everyone's going to like jump into the character as soon as he drops.
Well,
That happens every time.
Yeah. Speaking of play, would you guys like to do anything?
Yes,
Sure.
please. I still got my stuff to do.
Okay. I think we got a little overly chatty last night. Taz, are you in game?
No, I'm
Okay.
eating.
Of course.
Be that way. See if we care. I got an invite. Yay!
Woo! Kris is coming to the party. Let's see.
Oh,
You've got
damn.
Tetrions and Dreadnoughts. What's your choice?
I don't care.
It's on you.
And Harris, is that like the distress protocol, is that like Kobayashi Maru, but in a different skin?
No, it's not. I'm sorry, my voice is raspy today.
Because it provides bonuses, all damage bonus 10%, plus
Mhm.
20 firing cycle haste for energy weapons, and flight speed and turn rate plus 20%. So he's going to be delivering those blobs like Kobayashi Maru does?
I don't know. I haven't seen the graphics on it, and I don't watch 10 Forward Weekly anymore until they stop doing just ships. It's a shorter duration than Kobayashi Maru. But I think the bigger thing is when it leaves or gets destroyed, there is the Universal Console cooldown reduction. And last night we were chatting about, we don't know if that's going to stack, so if everybody brings that to the party, are we going to wind up with, when everything leaves, it slowly is mounting 20% at a time? Or is it going to be a one-shot?
All allies in 10-kilometer radius get their Universal Console cooldowns reduced by 20%
Right.
once.
Mm-hmm.
So, sounds like... But it's not plural, not Universal Consoles cooldown. And the ship is a ship device. So I'm wondering if this is like a wording issue or...
Yeah, I'm sure it's a wording issue because it seems unclear, but like I said, I wasn't going to watch 10 Forward Weekly.
Yeah,
As
I
for
think
my-
they'll clarify that.
As for my experience with summoned pets,
Mm-hmm.
they have a tendency to stay until the combat is over if they are not getting killed.
Right, but this is a 45-second. It gets summoned for 45 seconds. Good morning, Zav.
Yeah, but if you look at what's the one, Gemini device,
Mm-hmm.
those are also supposed to leave.
Huh.
They don't.
Interesting.
That's why I can summon up to 90 summons when I'm going with it, because they don't leave the map. They just flap about if they don't get killed.
Interesting. Well, I suppose we'll have to wait for a little bit later today because somebody bought this out, just so they don't have to deal with it. Zav being one of them, though I don't think she'd do that right now. Hi, Zav. Would you do that? Would you buy out one of the meta events so you don't have to play it? Or are you in the I don't care? Oh, Zav says, nope, I'm pretty much quitting still. Okay. We'll let you know if anything interesting happens. I can understand that we really need some content and we need some consistent, more frequent content.
Contact wouldn't be such a bad idea either.
With the changeover to...
Which is one-sided talk about ships isn't exactly contact.
Well, because they're not doing as much content, they don't have people aside from, Thomas and a few of the other devs to talk to. And I don't think Suna plays enough to make for good content on that aspect. FOMO and wasting money on overpriced ships is not helping the game. Yes, and their streams suck. Yeah, I'm not going to argue that at all, so... I mean...
I forgot about the stream yesterday. I was just going to drop out. I was going to drop in to see if they have the audio fixed since they moved back to cryptic, but I forgot about it.
It's still the same person. I still think she's doing it basically. It's boring and their audio balance is horrible. Exactly, Sab.
Okay.
It is.
So it's still
It's
up,
awful.
yeah.
And their connection is terrible. Yep. Sab, you are preaching to the choir on this one. We agree with you.
I'm flying my ship, but I'm just like, if it wasn't for the meta and I really wanted Trafalgar, I probably wouldn't have played it too much because I'm really tired of those stupid events.
Maywin says what happened. Maywin says what happened to the ambassador guy. Kel lost his position when they went to Deca. They replaced him with Suna. He is trying to get something called League of Swords started, which is like a MMA and medieval warfare sword fighting thing as a thing.
What?
Yeah.
I'm not trying to make sense out of this.
I don't quite get what it is, but it's think MMA with swords.
MM
Mixed martial arts.
with swords.
With swords, yeah. So like Hema with swords.
They can barely control their extremities. How is it going to go with... Oh, I get it. Awesome. Yeah, go.
But anyway, he's trying to get that going as a thing. But I chat with him kind of regularly. He does a live stream called Vengeance God, though I haven't seen him since Christmas. Sab says more like SCA. Yeah.
He probably had to get a proper job.
No, he hasn't yet. He's been applying for proper jobs, yeah, but California is not the place you want to try and get a job right now. It is tough, and of course, they've had floods, they've had the fires, they've had... Hey, Sav, you don't have to like things. You can just politely say no thank you and not watch it. I usually tune in, like I occasionally tune into Pi and a couple other people and just enjoy it in the background while I'm doing other stuff, but there's a lot of stuff out there that I don't care for. Canada's a terrible place to find a job, too, yeah. Maywin says, for California, first time in 15 years that they aren't in a drought, though. Actually, it's the first time in 20 years they aren't in a drought. Because it got so much rain and the reservoirs are filling back up. So, Sab, I saw this absolutely delightful advertisement from some group in Canada offering to annex Minnesota. I can't remember what the group name was, but it was so cute. Okay, we were going to do something, weren't we?
I need Dreadnought. I have a Dreadnought on my list. And
Yes, I know you
Battleships.
have a Dreadnought and Bathships. Is there anything Bathships and Dreadnoughts? No, there isn't. So let's do... Can Trump annex Canada? We need to be... No, no, Sav, you definitely don't want to be here. No, you don't want to be here. Seriously, I don't want to be here. I don't know that
You
I
want
want
to swap a communist banana republic to right-wing oppressive regime? No, I
Yeah.
don't think that's an upgrade. No.
No, Sav, you really don't. Just...
I'm gonna sound weird, but Borg Disconnected kind of does the Dreadnought and Vath.
Really?
I know. I never thought I'll ever get to say that, but it also gives me plenty of chance to do tethering damage.
Taz, you sure you don't want to log in? We're going to do Borg Disconnected.
Coming.
You're in?
Coming.
Coming. Okay,
He's
we'll wait for you.
coming.
Hold it.
I knew that-
What
I
ship
knew
have I
that's
got
gonna
here? Oh, no, I don't want to be
normalize
on the ship then. Hang on. Let me leave the team. Let me go get a decent ship if we're doing that one.
There's no dying on the stream.
Yeah, really.
Set up your own Twitch and die on
It was
your own
just
stream.
one
Don't do it
call.
on mom's.
It was just one cough.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
I always say that, and then there's coffin time. Don't do it, Mom. Nuh-uh. We won't let you slide that on here.
Go. Yeah, so Trump has decided to renovate the White House, even though it's quite illegal to do what he's doing, but nobody's going to stop him. And I had this dream last night where he's living in there while they're doing the renovations, and because obviously they are using the wrong kind of equipment to do the renovations on a historic monument, that the whole thing collapses and it all dies. Everything dies.
Entombs him inside.
Yeah, dead. Please.
That would have been a terrible accident. No one would have shed a tear. I mean, what?
Let's see, I know nothing about architecture, so they can't be accused of having anything to do with it. We're talking politics at 5:30 a.m. No, we are not talking politics at 5:30 a.m. We're talking politics at 6:30 a.m.
Yeah,
Canada needs a new residence for the current. Oh God, Canada needs a new residence for the Prime Minister. Current one needs millions in repairs and has a rat infestation, which sounds vaguely like 10 Downing Street.
It
Well,
does. It's
yeah.
very much mirroring what's happening in the UK.
Yeah, no, 10 Downing Street has always been a pit. No, it has. I mean, It was like, oh, the prime minister, you can have that building and all of them go in there and go, whoops, nope. Well, that's the official residence. We're going to live somewhere else. That's the way it's been. Okay, here we go. Borg
Most
Disconnected.
prime ministers in the UK live on 10 Downing
No, they
Street.
don't. They actually have separate residences. Wee woo?
We will.
You.
Is
I
there
mean,
a...
a lot of
will.
previous prime ministers used to live there. They might have changed in the past few decades, but I know Churchill lived there. All the guys that were before, after, and sometime after. I think Thatcher also lived on 10th Downing Street. Oh, there's a reason they have a cat assigned, which is like a fully employed cat.
Yeah, apparently some of them have opted for the larger residence at 11 Downing Street.
Right next to it, yeah.
Yeah. So the official residence is number 10, but they're actually not living in there. But I've read of so many of them who have basically gone, nope, we will live somewhere else because it's such a disaster. Let's see, Sava's talking about... Let's see, they tore down a wall. It had a horrible smell. This is in Canada. Hundreds of dead rats. The wiring is shot. The plumbing is shot. They may as well tear it down.
Yeah, totally.
Well, rats don't spread bubonic plague. The fleas spread bubonic plague.
So, if a rat bites you...
If the rat bites you, that's one thing, but more importantly is while the rat's biting you, did the fleas jump off and... bite you then. Boobs don't spread bubonic plague either, thank you, Sav.
Har.
Actually, it's interesting. One of the reasons they feel that bubonic plague spread as rapidly as it did in medieval Europe, aside from terrible living conditions, is because they felt that cats were friends of the devil, and so there was a purge on cats, and so with the cats gone, the rats took over. And because the rats were every place, the fleas were every place, and...
Yeah, that's true. Unfortunately, a stupid superstition killed most of the natural predators of rats and mice. And then the plague happened. Yeah.
And one of the reasons that... Come on, why won't you let me do that? It's... Really? You're not going to let me do that? Thank you.
Do what?
It won't let me restore the Borg probe, because I was still dealing with damage, because I don't have a lot of good heals on the ship.
Well, it's good to have something that puts temporary hit points on you.
Yeah, I need a little bit
so whenever you hit, when you still have those on, you can still do it.
Yeah, I need a little bit of a rework.
Oh my goodness, Taz, I can't see!
I can go to the other side.
I don't know where I'm flying! Dude, I called this out. You should be grateful, not make me blind. I called the TFO and you wanted it. You want the most. I didn't do it in a while though, because I don't know. I don't do it on my own anymore. It's been a while. It's the same goes for Counterpoint. I used to run Counterpoint on a daily basis, and now I can't remember the last time I did it.
Last week. That's when I did it last.
Well, I didn't. I wasn't there.
Yeah, somebody needed it. They had whatever the heck that is. Terrans.
Yeah. I usually get Terrans in the battle zone to deal with all.
Yeah, that was yesterday. Terrans in the battle zone all day yesterday. We got our 15. Sav has a new emoji saying butt stuff. Thank you, Sav.
Where?
If you look in chat, she's got the butt stuff emoji.
Oh my
or
goodness.
emote, rather. There ain't no class like low class, Sav.
Funny, I was just thinking, I don't even know where our prime ministers live. I don't think they have an assigned apartment like this, like associated with the role. They have a chancellery, which is always at the same location, but that's only where they physically work. But I I know several prime ministers actually lived in their private apartments if they or like houses if they still have them in the capital city, but didn't have a place where it's assigned for them to live. President does live in a presidential palace most of the time. That's
Ooh.
true. But considering how tarnished the position is, seriously, their voice is being raised whether we should rewrite the constitution to write the presidential position out at all completely. Or rewrite them to be just literally just like a king, so he can just wave his hand like a king in the UK. He just waves his hand and that's all he does. Because right now our president kind of can veto legislation, and that can be detrimental if he's from the wrong.
Well, so that's one of the advantages of the way that our government's set up with 3 sections. Well, one can veto the president can veto stuff, but the other 2 can overrule him if they want to override it.
Technically they can overrule him, but you need to have a real majority, and that's not the ruling majority. It has to be like more than you need to pass a legislation through the parliament.
Yeah, ours is like 66%, so you can't get away with the 51%.
I think it has to be closer to 80 here.
Ooh.
So.
Wow. I still think we should adopt the no confidence concept. Enough of the people in the country go, no, we can kick somebody.
Yeah, I think that we could use a referendum where we can vote no confidence for a parliamentary or like political person, an entity, a person, an office, and kick them out before the elections.
The problem with us getting a change to the Constitution is it is a process.
Yeah, I know.
It can take years and years and years and years and years because you have to get, I can't remember what the percentage is of the population or states, let's say states, you have to agree to it.
Oh, that's a problematic thing.
Yep, so doing like equal rights for women took 15 years to get through.
Oh my god.
It was not
passed. Because it has to be written in the Constitution, right?
It has to be created as an amendment to the Constitution. Once that's done, it can be it's sent out to the states to vote on. And if
it took
X number
15 years to convince all the states to like sign in on it.
Yep. There's states that still wouldn't pass it. But bear in mind, sometimes it's a wording thing. You know, we like the idea, but we don't like the way you've worded it. Which just, ugh. Let's see, Canada, Sav says, we could vote no confidence in Canada, but we have 3 far left-wing parties who all side with each other, so it never works, yeah. Where are we at? We're at 11.
We have left-wing only written on paper, but they're not really left-wing.
Did you come over here, Taz?
What?
Oh,
You got no proof.
There's plasma storms, and no plasma storms here. Now I have plasma storms. That's a clear sign of a Taz infestation.
I'm on the other side of the map.
Yeah, you flew over here, dropped that thing, and left again. I know you. I've seen you flitting around. Oh, it wasn't me.
Well, I'm not here. I'm not there.
We were outside ESD, and I saw this little thing going zip, 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 zip. I'm like, oh, Taz is here. Right? Right, Taz?
Yeah.
It's been a real while since I run last time Borg Disconnected. I don't remember simulators coming in here.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
So it must have been at least since they've introduced the simulators into the game since I played.
No, we've done it with Taz. We did it not that long ago. They've had simulators on this for a long time. Since they did the kind of revamping it with Borg cubes getting upgraded or downgraded, whatever they did with it.
I think this was a downgrade because cubes are more dangerous and more resilient to damage. Simulators die like flies.
Yes.
I don't know, a simulator looks bulky, looks powerful, and it's such a weakling.
Seriously, you're not going to let me do that? Oh, we got our 15. Fine. If you don't want to have my ship restore control to you, then stop shooting at me. Sav says it's pretty much a dictatorship here because all of the voting systems are too easy to cheat. I'm not going to say anything.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say anything either. Technically, we don't have a president. If you go following the law, but technically he's been sworn in, so we technically do. Except the voting wasn't approved by the body that's written in Constitution that's supposed to do that. So on a technicality, we don't have a president legally. It's complicated. Previous government
Gosh darn it.
dismantled many legal bodies, and it's a mess they're trying to fix now, but it takes a process. Well, they mentioned our former Minister of Justice, who was like, you know, the Prosecutor General and all that stuff. He
Mhm.
fled to Hungary for political asylum because he's been accused of leading a criminal organization.
Wow.
As the Minister of Justice.
Wow.
He says he's being unfairly persecuted, but they're just like charging him with the stuff that's coming out as they're investigating.
Come on, how many people are going to say, "Oh, I'm being fairly persecuted"?
Yeah, who said that? Which criminal is going to say that, right?
Yeah.
And like,
No, it's legit. You guys can do that.
he says he's politically persecuted. I'm like, no, you're not politically charged. You're being persecuted for the wrongdoings. It's like, yeah. He says he got an asylum from Orban. He's the second from that government that was voted out in 2023 that fled to Hungary, and a third person overall that we know of, high profile, that went there. Go figure.
Mayone goes, all right, you got me. Fair cop.
Yeah. I mean, he was always a lousy lawyer because he had lawyer studies, but even his own university says he was a very lousy student and wasn't very good at it, and he probably has a very limited understanding of the law and so he's like been abusing it all the time.
So in many states here, you do not have to be a lawyer to become a judge. The judges are frequently elected positions, which I think is really interesting, so that you've got people up there making decisions about court cases who don't actually know the law.
But is the judge actually making decisions, or are
The
they
judge,
like...
in a case, yes, the judge would be making a decision about a case.
Because I thought you had a jury system.
Jury is an option, yes. Not
An
every...
option, so you can be a judge that actually makes a judgment?
Yeah, absolutely. In some cases, jury is an option. It's not always an option. So if it's a minor thing, then it would have a bench trial, which is just the judge. In capital cases, you have the defendant can choose between a bench and a jury trial. We still need 2 more ships, and we only have 30 seconds. I have a ship here, and I can't control it. Come on. Okay, I did my bit. That's 14. Someone else has to do the last one.
I have a ship here. One is actually being freed. Okay, we've got 15.
Hey, we got the 15. The heck with this. I'm going over to
And I've got my VOD ships.
Yay!
And the 15 damage.
Yay! No, Sav, the message of the day is actually from me. Though it does apply to me after I looked at my email yesterday. It's like, ooh, yeah.
Dreadnoughts.
Seriously? Seriously, I can't fly? I cannot fly.
Who told you that?
Me, I just drove into the side of a building.
Dreadnought checkbox done.
Anything left? All dead?
I don't believe so.
I don't see anything. Not that you can see anything here. There's a whole bunch of stuff going splat.
As if this map wasn't messy enough already with the Undine painting in the background.
Sav, I'm not using my mails for storage. This came out with Dante sent out the Christmas presents to everybody. I gave him the list. I called the rosters, went through everything, made sure everybody had only one tune in that, and Dante went to send out stuff to everybody and gave me a list afterwards of like 20 accounts that he couldn't send things to because their emails were full. Now, admittedly, one of them was Canadian Duffy, which, that gets tricky to send him anything, and it's very hard for him to clear out his email. For whatever reason, I didn't call him from the list of things to send to. But for everybody else, it's a matter of, you haven't cleaned out their email. And I made sure everybody had a tune that had played in the game since the last 6 months. I will change the message of the day. Good morning, good night. Yes. But if you got something from the fleet, then obviously your email's good. If you didn't get anything, I miss our absent friends too. Me too. Yeah, doing the, don't make me cry this early in the morning. Cleaning out the roster was really tough.
Hagrid snoring like there's no tomorrow.
Well, technically there is no tomorrow, because when tomorrow becomes today, it's not tomorrow anymore. So it's just this theoretical thing out there. But see, Sab, it's almost like it's a clean inventory here. Almost.
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 Oh my god, look at all that inventory space.
Yes, and most of this has to get sent off to a different tune, which is why I have to remind myself to go clean off that inventory ASAP. Come on, can I have some bank space? Bank. There we go. It's almost 50% clean. That's right, Sav. Almost. We're getting there. Let's see. Let's get some of this stuff out of here. Which one is that? Ooh, what did I do that I did well? Very rare. Ooh. That was one I can do other places.
They need to quadruple our storage space.
Yeah. Or the potential storage space. Ooh, my salvage on the student's getting up into a decent level. See? Doesn't that look better? Yeah, I have whiskey in there. I have salvaged it, Sav, and all the food can get shipped over to a different tune, and I can continue our ongoing thing of stashing stuff I don't use and then selling it for the fleet. There. Are we happy now, Sav? Does it look prettier? I have 0 unrefined dill. I am still cleaning out stuff on the other account. The other accounts, plural. No, that's all you're going to get right now, Sav. Delayed gratification. It's like inventory foreplay. You don't want to just race through it. Shall we do one more, and then I'm going to go off and hit the gym because I didn't go yesterday. Have you seen, Sav, have you seen the video for the song Techno Train? When the conductor comes on and says, hey, we're coming into the station a little earlier than planned. Sorry for the change in your satisfaction.
That's a music song.
Yeah, Techno Train. Well, that's the announcer. It's a voice part.
Wasn't it by Benny Benassi?
Not that I'm aware of. see if I can find one here. This is the official one. Let me just grab this.
Yes, it was.
Really? This is the one that I was watching. This is the group that we're going to Texas to see in a couple of weeks. Good morning, Cliff. Let's see that one, Taz. Oh, that's weird. That just comes up as the Google search, not as the video, Taz.
Really?
Yeah, that's just the Google search.
Oh, just click the first movie you see there. Just click
The
it
thing
and
is, it doesn't
start playing.
stay on. It immediately tags off.
Oh, I'll find it in another location then.
Okay. Sav says I was going through my Ozzy discography, and one song really made me laugh. "Stayin' Alive" by Ozzy and Dweezil Zappa. That would have been good. We were talking about Dweezil and Moon Unit
This one
yesterday.
better?
It is a better one, yes. Oh, but that's a different song. But I will... Stephen Hawking never got credit he deserves for his vocals on this track. I'll definitely look at that one. I like the Bee Gees song too, Saab. Bee Gees are good. Bee Gees are interesting but good. How about a really short one? What do we have left to do? Kris, you got all of your stuff? Your endeavors? Kris?
Oh, I wasn't realized I muted. Yeah, I'm all done with mine.
Yes, what's the hell? What have you guys got?
Pretty much, yes.
Okay. I just have ground stuff.
I got stuck in the music video.
That's why I wait till afterwards, otherwise we'd have 4 minutes of silence.
Actually 3 days worth of endeavors, and suddenly I've got 2 million EC out.
That's
of those
nice.
boxes.
Yeah, I flipped back to one tune, and I must have sold a bunch of stuff on the exchange and never really paid attention to it because it's got like 200 million EC. I'm thinking,
Oh, nice.
it was a surprise. Of course, these days 200 million EC is nothing. How about a really quick infected conduit?
Yeah.
You want to do Elite?
That video
I think
is probably the best commercial for power tools in existence.
I'm going to hit this one on Elite because I think we got the people here to do it. Wee woo?
Wee woo.